went in and he took me downstairs and he takes out this roll and opens it up and there's a plan of Jonathan. And he said, how would you like to help me build a new town?
And he'd been to Europe many times, and Europe had planned communities. And he'd seen those over there and how they could work. It was his goal to implement that concept here in America.
A very determined guy, very smart, knew exactly what he wanted, and he was light years ahead in his respect for nature.
He didn't want to reap the land like so many other developers do, come in and just level it all out and knock down all the trees.
When I saw the plans and the description of what they wanted to do, I thought, this is really going to be exciting.
People always said, I understand this is some kind of hippie commune out there where everybody owns everything in common, and they're going to make you give up cars because they've paved all these trails everywhere. A whole lot of people thought it was some kind of very weird thing.
I'm one of the original 200 people who moved into Jonathan. And part of the decision-making process to coming here was to say that we would try to do everything we could to make Jonathan a success.
A lot of the things that were pioneered in Jonathan have been picked up by other cities. The whole walkway principle. We had cities coming to visit us from all over the United States.
Jonathan was trying to be innovative in the kind of housing that we put up. One was a house where it would come already pre-made. You could order it in different sizes.
There were original houses that had cable put into them, the idea being that they could order pharmacy items directly from the pharmacy. The idea of internet was something that started here, that there was a connection, there was an internet connection from the Jonathan Medical Clinic that was over here to Waconia, to the hospital.
The community room in the Village Center had so many events. My daughter took ballet lessons there. League of Women Voters had their meetings there.
Around the 4th of July holiday, we had a little tricycle parade, culminating in what's still done to this day is the 4th of July fireworks exhibit down at Lake Grace.
Jonathan was actually coming along quite well. But of course, what really hurt was at the end of 1972, Henry died.
For the project, the Jonathan community, it was a dramatic loss.
It was only after the financial demise of the Jonathan Corporation that Jonathan took its rightful place as a piece of the community of Chaska.
One of the things that always bothered me about the news reports about Jonathan was that they said Jonathan was a failure. It was a failure in terms of making money for its company, but it was not a failure for the people who lived here.
Henry McKnight's vision of having a community with culturally diverse people living together in a community, I think that was a success.
I mean, this is a wonderful community. It's a wonderful place to raise children, and you walk through these areas and it's unique. You just don't have that type of thing available to you in other communities.
The level of open space, the level of trails, the tot lots, the mail stations, the neighborhood signage, the covenant protection.
All sorts of houses, different levels of social, economic background, and an openness to ideas. Jonathan has been part of a successful effort to make livable communities. McKnight used to say all the time, let's make a city where we just keep coming up with better ways to live and to communicate, and that way we'll always be sustainable.
We really are a very good honest community that welcomes diversity.
I buy into the whole concept that urban planning, the way you lay out a community, can really bring out the best in people. I think our viability is not from without, it's from within.
You look back and you say, well, Jonathan was an economic failure, but it was a social engineering success in that it's just imitated everywhere.
I think Jonathan Chaska, as I'd like to say it today, is a tremendous success story. And for that, I'm grateful to have been able to bring up my children here.